Hello from Portland. I want to talk today about one of my favorite places in my neighborhood. It illustrates a couple of important things about Portland. Portland's kind of famous for having very low rates of church attendance, but it's also famous for being very attached to old buildings. So what you see in a lot of areas is old church buildings that are still churches but maybe do not have the attendance they used to have. So they've been repurposed as different spaces for different communities. This is the Mount Tabor Presbyterian Church. It's been there for just over 100 years. A few years ago, a group of people in our neighborhood decided to convert part of the church into a coffee house and kind of community meeting place. I'm involved in several different committees at Carter School, and we almost always meet at Tabor Space because it's about 5 blocks from the school. It's really nice. They have an area for kids to play. You can have coffee. They have really good pastry. It's become a really important central place in our neighborhood. And I was there today because Carter is taking some art classes this week. There's a group called Creative Outlet that's doing art classes for kids every day of spring break. So he's been doing painting and collages and different kinds of artwork. This is a self-portrait. They did sketches and then they built up a self-portrait using different materials. And then he did a portrait of a bat because he's very interested in bats lately. And then he did another self-portrait in a whole different style that I really like. And stuff like this is going on at Tabor Space all the time. There's a lot of different groups that use the space, a lot of different things happening. And of course there's a lot of really good coffee, and coffee is very important in Portland. There's a really great book, I'll put a link to it in the description, called A History of the World in 6 Glasses. And it goes through how different beverages have kind of shaped human history and been shaped by it, ranging from beer in early human settlements to wine to tea to coffee, all the way through to Coca-Cola. And the chapter on coffee is really fascinating because it talks about the rise of coffee houses and how coffee became a popular drink and literally spurred the Enlightenment, both because coffee is a stimulant. So people went from drinking ale at 8 o'clock in the morning to drinking coffee, and that just puts you in a different frame of mind, and I guess makes you want to get up and develop democracy and discover oxygen and all that kind of stuff that people did during the Enlightenment. But also because the coffee houses themselves were very important centers of discussion and collaboration and community for intellectuals and activists and writers. They would come together in the coffee houses and they would put their ideas together and they would argue, and they sort of built the world we live in. So any place where people get together to drink coffee is a place where good things can happen. And part of it is still a traditional church, but really I think all of it is a kind of sacred space. Because to me, any place that human beings come together and connect and share ideas and create art and build community and nurture children is a sacred space. Thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.